Okay, I might get slaughtered for this in the comments section, but here we have the Ryzen 9700X, and even though this has got pretty good reviews from the trades, in terms of the actual online reception, it has been a lot more negative for both the 9700X and the 9600X, which have just been released as part of the first Zen 5 CPUs from AMD. But the thing is, I kind of understand the negative reception because AMD really hyped the Zen 5 architecture, and it turns out that the performance results, for example with the 9700X here, over the previous gen 7700X, are just definitely lackluster. And when you consider the fact that the previous generation has now had that price drop as well, a lot of people are wondering where this even fits into the market. So is this a bad CPU? Definitely not, but in the context of the current market, there's definite questions around it. In fact, when it comes to the stock settings, you can expect a boost of only around 5% in gaming with the 9700X over the 7700X. And straight away, I think that's why a lot of people have become really upset with AMD. This is sort of going back to the days where Intel had such a monopoly on the market that they could release a new generation of CPU with such a small performance boost and get away with it. People were angry about that then, and I think we're seeing the same thing here with AMD. But also the efficiency here has been remarkably improved, because even though we're only getting that 5% gaming performance increase, we're doing so at a much lower TDP. 65 watts TDP for the 9700X compared to, I think it's 105 watts for the 7700X. So that means your computer is going to be running cooler, the fans are going to be quieter, your room is not going to be heated up to an oven as quickly. In fact, at the stock settings, temperatures for this CPU, even when pushed to its limit, are not exceeding 59 to 60 degrees. Of course, you can still turn on AMD's Precision Boost Overdrive, and that allows you to actually increase your performance up to about 10% in gaming over the 7700X, and that's a like-for-like comparison with PBO also turned on the previous generation. So I definitely think the problem here is that AMD have just disappointed those that were looking forward to the Zen 5 because of how much they had hyped this up. And also consider that the Zen 5 CPUs have been released at a cheaper price than the previous generation were released at, but also consider the fact that that previous generation has now had a substantial price cut, which puts them under the new generation. Obviously that makes sense, but again, are you getting your bang for your buck with a 9700X if a 7700X is probably going to give you a little bit more performance for your money, even if the actual performance itself is slightly less than what's provided here. But the reason I actually went for the 9700X in the end, the main deciding factor, was the fact that this is going in a mini ITX build, and keeping those temperatures low is going to be really helpful for me, and having that 65 watt TDP for the extra efficiency is actually going to go a long way, I feel, in my particular use case. But again, that's not going to be the same for everybody. But what are your thoughts about the Zen 5 CPUs? Please do share those. Are you on the hate wagon? I don't blame you if you are. Or do you think that there's definitely a place for these in the modern generation? Please do let me know down in the comments. And if you want to stick around, check out the build as I go through that. I'll be doing that over the coming days as well. Take care, guys. I'll catch you next time.